You know, when you think about your favorite movie scene or that awesome video game cutscene or even a commercial that just sticks with you, there's something going on behind the scenes. There's this hidden language, a visual blueprint that maps out the entire thing before anyone ever yells action. Today we're going to pull back that curtain and really dig into the art of the storyboard.
Okay, so take a look at this. How on earth do you get from a simple hand-drawn sketch to this, a polished, totally compelling cinematic moment? It seems like a huge leap, right? Well, that transformation, that's where the real magic happens, and it's a process that is absolutely crucial, but also incredibly creative.
So yeah, that journey, from a rough sketch to the finished screen, it all kicks off with one single, essential document. We're going to break down exactly how a director's vision takes that incredible leap.
And that first, most essential step, you guessed it, it all starts with a storyboard. This is literally how you translate words on a page into an entire visual world.
The best way to think about it is it's the architectural blueprint for a film. Seriously, it lays the foundation for everything that comes after, making sure the whole structure actually holds together and doesn't fall apart.
So what is a storyboard exactly? Well, at its core, it's a visual outline of the script. It's just a sequence of drawings, one after another, that maps out every single shot. It basically creates a comic book version of the entire project before you even start filming. And I know, it sounds pretty simple, right? Just a bunch of drawings? So why is this simple tool so unbelievably powerful? What is it that makes it so indispensable in the world of production?
Okay, this is where its true power really shines. I mean, can you imagine trying to get dozens, sometimes hundreds of creative people all on the same page sharing one single vision? That's what the storyboard does. It saves a ton of time and money by letting you spot and solve problems on paper, instead of on a super expensive set. It's a roadmap that lets the director basically edit the film before they even start shooting.
And listen, this isn't just some abstract theory. Director Nick Noyes puts it perfectly. He says, sure, the script and storyboards are an outline, but they're a pre-production step he will never skip. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know about how important this is, right?
So to really get why they're so cool, you kind of have to learn how to read them. It's almost like learning a new language, a completely visual one that communicates exactly how a scene is supposed to look and feel.
And this visual language, it's really all about two main things: camera work and action. Every single line, every little symbol, it has a purpose. It's telling the crew precisely where to point the camera and exactly what needs to be happening inside that frame. Okay, let's start with the basics: framing. First up, we've got the long shot, or LS for short. This is your classic establishing shot. It gives you the whole picture. You know, the sprawling city, the lonely desert. It gives us context and shows us where our characters fit into their world. Then we push in a bit closer for a medium shot, or MS. Now we're maybe seeing the character from the waist up. This is where we start to focus on what they're doing, what they're saying. The background kind of melts away and their performance becomes the main event.
And finally, we get right in there with the close-up, the CU. This shot fills the entire screen with a face or an important object, some tiny detail. This is your most intimate, most powerful shot. It forces you to connect with a character's emotions because, well, there's literally nowhere else to look. And it's not just about how close you are, it's also about movement. See these arrows? They're not just random doodles. A curved arrow shows you the path a character or an object is going to take. A straight arrow, though, that's for the camera. It tells the operator to pan, or tilt, or move the whole camera. It's a really simple but super elegant system.
But here's the thing. A storyboard isn't just some private diary for the director. Nope. It becomes the shared language for the entire production team. It's the one thing that makes sure everyone is building the exact same vision.
Think about it. On a film set, the storyboard is like the central hub. The director uses it to guide their vision, of course, but the director of photography uses it to plan shots. The sound artist uses it to figure out where to put the mics. The gaffer uses it to set up the lights. Even the actors use it to understand what they're supposed to be doing. Everyone is quite literally on the same page.
And it's not just for movies, not by a long shot. The influence of the storyboard goes way beyond a traditional film set. Its core principles of visual planning, they're pretty much universal.
Just take a look at this. On the left, you've got a classic film storyboard. On the right, one for a video game cutscene. Okay, yeah, the drawing style is a little different. But look closer. The core language, the framing, the action, the sequence, it's identical. At the end of the day, it's all about visual storytelling. And I mean, this tool is everywhere. Film and TV, that's the obvious one, but also video games for cutscenes and even gameplay. Animation, commercials, motion graphics you see on websites, even e-learning courses. Pretty much anywhere a story needs to be told visually, you can bet a storyboard was the first step. So, here's a little challenge for you. Next time you're watching a movie, try to see the blueprint behind it. Look at the sequence of shots, the long shots, the medium shots, the close-ups, and try to picture the storyboard that brought it all to life. Now that you know the secret language, do you think you'll ever watch a movie the same way again?